Okay, next section, top of page 3. We want to determine the range of latitude and the range of longitude. We want to figure out how much space, how big is this Messina quadrangle on the actual Earth. We're going to measure it in latitude and longitude. Okay, so we want to find out the high value minus the low value tells you how much latitude goes from north to south on this map, and we want to know the western minus the eastern, and we want to find out how much longitude this map covers. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here, we're going to determine the range of latitude. They want the northernmost latitude. Northernmost latitude is right here at the very top. So if we look right up here, there is our northernmost latitude. It's 45 degrees. So if I add my ruler on here, I can draw a line to show you that this is what we call the 45th parallel. Okay, the 45th parallel is the 45 degrees above the equator, which means the altitude of Polaris at the 45th parallel is 45 degrees up from the horizon. So there's our northernmost latitude. So you're going to write in there 45 degrees. You notice two zeros with a little tick mark, one little tick mark. That one little tick mark means minutes. And then on your paper you have a blank, and then you have two tick marks. That stands for seconds. What we're dealing with here are measurements of arc. An arc is a circle, okay? Any part of a circle is called an arc. A rainbow follows an arc. It starts on one side, goes across the sky in half a circle, and then it touches down on the other side. That's an arc. So we're going to deal with measurement of arc. It really, the numbers act a lot like time. Instead of hours, minutes, and seconds, we're going to have degrees, minutes, and seconds. So you can notice here, our northernmost latitude is 45 degrees, 00 minutes, and 00 seconds for the northernmost latitude. So that goes in that first line there on page 3. Now we need to find the southernmost latitude. All right, the southernmost latitude, we're going to go down to the bottom of the map because the latitude lines run horizontally, east to west. And you're going to notice right here, there is the southernmost latitude. It is 44 degrees, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. So that goes underneath there, 44, 52, 30. And I'll draw my line here, and you can see here that this represents the 44, 52, 30 north. Okay, so now you have 45, 0, 0, 0, 0 on top. Underneath that is 44, 52, 30. Now you need to do your subtraction. There's a problem though. You cannot subtract 30 seconds from 0 seconds. So you've got to get some seconds. You cannot subtract 52 minutes from 0 minutes. So you need to get some minutes. The only place to get that is from the degrees. Over in the far left you have 45 degrees and you're subtracting 44 degrees. So we're going to borrow 1 degree. We're going to cross out that 45, change it to a 44, and then we're going to take that 1 degree and we're going to add it to the middle column, which is minutes. 1 degree is worth 60 minutes. So you cross out that 0 in the middle column and you're going to write 60 above it. So now I can take 52 and subtract it from 60. But I can't do the math yet because I still have to take care of the 30 over there on the far right. So now I have to borrow 1 minute. So cross out your 60 minutes, change that to 59 minutes. Convert it over to seconds, you're going to get 60 seconds over on the far right. Now you can do your subtraction. Pause the video. Okay, 60 seconds minus 30 seconds is 30 seconds. 59 minutes minus 52 minutes is 7 minutes, and 44 degrees minus 44 degrees is 0 degrees. So your answer for your range of latitudes is 7 minutes and 30 seconds, which can also be written as 7.5 minutes of latitude. That 7.5 should be familiar because right up here in the upper right hand corner you can see here that we have Messina Quadrangle, New York, Ontario, and then it says right here 7.5 minute series. So that piece of information tells you something about this map. You know that there's going to be 7.5 minutes of latitude. Take a deep breath and make a wild guess how many minutes of longitude there will be. Okay, let's figure it out. So I'm going to delete this. And what I want to do is I want to zoom back out and delete a couple more things here. And what we're going to do here is go back and do the next section, which is determine the range of longitude. So to determine the range of longitude, I'm going to go to the west, because we know as you go from the prime meridian west, the numbers get bigger. So we want the big number on top. So right here is my westernmost longitude is 75 degrees, 00 minutes, and 00 seconds. So if I mark my ruler here, take this ruler, I'm going to rotate it around here, put my ruler right here, and the 75th meridian is right there. So that tells me my westernmost longitude is 75 degrees, 00 minutes, and then because there's nothing written after that, I know it's 00 seconds. Okay. To do the easternmost longitude, I'm going to go to the other side of the map. I'm going to come over here to the other side of the map, and if I take my ruler and put it over here, here is my 74:52:30 meridian, and you'll see right here that there is my easternmost, oops, there's my easternmost, which is, make sure you can see it here, 74 degrees, 52 minutes, and 30 seconds. That's my easternmost. So now you have this set up, 75, 00, 00 west, subtract 74, 52, 30 west, do your subtraction. If you've done it right, you're going to feel some magic here. Pause the video. Now, if you felt the magic, you should have noticed that, hey, you know what? Those numbers for longitude are identical to the numbers for latitude, with the exception of the 4 in front of the 45 and the 44. You change those first 4s to 7s, and you have the range of longitude. And when you subtract, again, you have to borrow. So 75 degrees becomes 74 degrees. 00 minutes becomes 60 minutes. Cross out the 60, make it 59. Borrow that minute, change the seconds from 00 seconds to 60 seconds. Now you can do the math, and you should get the same answer, which is 7.5 minutes of longitude. Questions? All right, so here's our problem. If you move on, once you have that done, if you move on and look at question 6, according to your range of latitude and longitude, what shape is this quadrangle? So if I have something that is 7.5 by 7.5, what shape is that? If you said 7.5 by 7.5 minutes is a square, then you're right. So according to the range of latitude and longitude, it's 7.5 minutes by 7.5 minutes, so this map should be square. But if you look at it, it's obviously not a square. Okay? So what I would like to do here is have you do a little bit more measurement here. It says here, using a piece of paper, measure the distance in miles along each edge of the map. Record your distances in the space below. Okay, so the sub is going to come around and check on you, but what you need to be doing is, let me see if I can zoom out here a little bit. You're going to have your partner, one of you is going to measure across the top here from this corner to this corner, okay, using a piece of paper, you're going to go down to the graphic scale and get your distance. You should get very close to the same distance for the bottom line. Okay, those are the latitudes. That's how wide it is. I want that in miles. And then the other partner is going to come here and take the top left corner, and they're going to measure down to the bottom left corner using a piece of paper, figure out that distance in miles. All right, so go ahead and do that. We'll pause the video. Once everyone is done measuring, then we'll unpause it. Okay, if you're now finished, you should see that the distance along the top is about 6.1 miles. Okay, that's the ballpark. So if you're within maybe 0.1, maybe 0.2, you're good, high or low. All right, same thing for a distance along the bottom of the map. You actually will see the bottom of the map is a hair bigger. Okay, because as those longitude lines run to the North Pole, they get a little bit closer together. So they should be a little bit closer at the top. They actually are. For you using a pencil and paper, you probably won't notice that difference. Distance along the left side of the map, I got about 8.7, again, plus or minus 0.2, you're good. And same thing along the right side. So according to this, if you have something that is about 6.1 by 8.7, what shape is that? That's rectangular. So the latitude longitude tells you it should be a square. Your statute or your land miles tell you it's a rectangle. Are they the same shape? No, they're not. Now the question is, why? Think about it. Pause the video. If you've thought about it, you should notice that the map is flat. We're trying to represent the land on a flat map, but the earth is curved. And because of that, when you peel that off, what you get is distortion. Okay, the map is a little bit off, and that's why you have this problem, where it should be, according to latitude and longitude, a square, but according to actual distance, it's actually a rectangle.